In this video we'll be taking a look at the new wireless mechanical keyboard from Kmart that only costs 45 Australian dollars. What's up guys, it's tech-raccoon back with another video, and my friend lended me his 60% Kmart mechanical keyboard, which they now sell on their website instead of the previous mechanical keyboards they offered. Now they offer a wireless option and a wired option. Both have lighting effects, but it's not really RGB, it's just in a preset color mode, just like the previous mechanical keyboard that Kmart offered. Now this keyboard that I have from my friend is actually modded, so it's not completely stock. Now the stuff that's done to it is it's been painted in a really nice white color. It's also got custom keycaps on it, which I reckon accent with the color really nice, and the keyboard looks really good. It's also got foam inside of it to dampen out the sound, and it makes it sound a lot less hollow than most stock mechanical keyboards. The keyboard comes stock in a sort of blackish grey color, sort of like a matte black, and the keycaps are black keycaps, and yeah, it's all pretty generic. Just like any other Kmart keyboard really. So what comes in the box? Well, you just get the keyboard itself, you get a USB Type-C cable, and you get a dongle to plug into your computer. So this keyboard comes stock with a battery inside that you can charge when the keyboard runs out of battery with that USB-C cable. And then of course you use the dongle in the computer for them to connect. Sadly, this keyboard is not Bluetooth, it uses 2.4 GHz to connect to the dongle that's plugged into the computer. And another thing that is kind of disappointing about this keyboard is that you can't use a USB Type-C cable to plug directly into the computer. It won't actually function with the computer. All it'll do is charge the keyboard. So the layout of this keyboard, as I mentioned previously, is a 60% layout keyboard. Now this means that the function keys are combined with the number keys. It also doesn't have discrete arrow keys, and it doesn't have all the other stuff like a numpad and the extra keys on the side above the arrows on a full-size keyboard. But what this does mean is that the keyboard is way more compact and is really good on a tighter desk space, or if you just want everything closer to your hands and don't want to move your hands around to reach different things. And of course you can access the full function row and arrows and all that stuff using the function keys and stuff like that. Now, how's the build quality and design of this keyboard? Well, when I picked it up first, I was actually really surprised with how good it feels just by picking it up. It feels very quality, especially for 45 Australian dollars. When you pick it up, it has a very nice weight to it and honestly feels way more expensive than it really is. The design of this keyboard is also quite simple, and I've seen these type of keyboard designs all over like Alibaba and stuff like that. So this is a pretty generic design, but I think it is a nice design and it's set at a nice angle so it is very comfortable to type. And the lighting on this keyboard is very basic. You've got all your different lighting features just like on previous Kmart keyboards, but the lights are locked into the colors that you have. As you can see in the B-roll, it's got like the lights in different rows, and that's how it stays. You can't change the lights. It's not RGB. It's just got those colors set in that preset and you can't change it. Now for those of you wondering, this keyboard has blue switches. They're unbranded, but they are blue switches, so they have a very clicky sound, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they sound and feel very similar to my Corsair K70 Cherry MX blue switches. And in fact, let me jump in here quickly with a quick sound test of this keyboard. So in terms of quality of the switches, they're pretty good. One thing I will say with basically all Kmart mechanical keyboards, you always get like a defective switch in there that doesn't have the click to it. But that's just to be expected from Kmart. My previous mechanical keyboard that I got from them also had that problem, and this one does as well on the control key. But if you get past the blue switches, which are noisy and quite annoying in my personal opinion, of course some people like them, then this keyboard is actually a pretty good keyboard. It's nice to type on, it's a nice compact form factor, and it comes at a pretty good price, with returns being very easy considering Kmart is a very popular store and it's basically everywhere around Australia. So who's this keyboard for? Well, this keyboard is great for someone who needs a compact keyboard at a cheap price that is wireless, has a nice design to it, and has all your basic features, and it's also mechanical. And this keyboard really ticks all those boxes, and it's a decent keyboard for 45 Australian dollars. I can't really complain here, especially because Kmart is selling it. So if you do have a defective unit, you can just chuck it back to them and they'll either give you the money back, or of course you can get another one. And this keyboard is also great for people who kind of want to get into modding keyboards at a pretty good price. You can do stuff like painting the case and getting different keycaps. You can also put foam on the inside and all that type of stuff, and it'll make this keyboard a lot better to use. Of course, changing the switches is a bit more advanced, and that's for people who are really into it. But stuff like putting foam on the inside to dampen the sound a bit, and like painting the outside, or something as simple as just changing out the keycaps can really make this keyboard a lot better. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like on the video. If you didn't, drop a dislike on the video. Remember to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.